Hey guys, what is up? It is Strider here, coming back at you with a very spicy deck today. This is Esper Control. It's something I've been working on for a while. It is not really similar to Blue-Black Control. Most Blue-Black Controls I see are built around Sphinx's tutelage. This one is not. The main reason I added white was I was like, man, I wish I had cheap removal. Like, black just has like crappy cheap removal, I feel like, overall. Let's just start off. Jace French Prodigy, just one of the most powerful cards in this entire game. Just obviously very good in a deck utilizing things like Reprisal. It's a little worse in this deck, I guess, because of it's not really good with counters, but it's great with Languish. It's great with sweepers in general. It's good with Angelic Edict. Yeah, stuff like that. Reprisal here, just I needed ways to kill big creatures for cheap, and that does it. Just boom, straight up, destroy something for cheap. Getting into Protes are nice, cheap, interactive spell that's good in the early game. I got 2 Celestial Flares. This is good for problematic, like ramp targets mainly, like getting hit by an Ulamog or that 8/5 Gaia's Revenge. Horribly Awry, actually, until very recently, was a second copy of Calculated Dismissal, but I found that this card just gets so bad so quickly, and I'd like a little bit more cheap interaction. And this does it. I mean, this is just like, oh yeah, playing something cheap. Yep, counter it. Telling Time, just the best cantrip. In my opinion, the best cantrip is probably Elvish Visionary or Gatekeeper Mine, but this is the best cantrip Blue has. Let's see what else we got. Jura by Murklurker. I just needed some way to gain some life back. It's one of the biggest, like, it's really helpful in controllers whenever you're just getting close to the burn range and then you draw something like this and you just kind of hit yourself out of it. Spell Shrivel, I found Spell Shrivel to be way better than this card. Like, I don't know, 4 is so much more than 3, it feels like. If I had another one, I would probably just cut this card altogether, but I only have 2, so what are you going to do? Calculated Dismissal, it's okay. I wish it was better. I guess I could say that about every card ever. But the Scry 2 can be nice if you ever get full value. The thing that sucks is a lot of times by the time this happens, this is like by the time you have Spell Mastery, a lot of times it's like how do I explain? The correlation here is that the more likely you are to have this, the more likely they are to be able to pay this, which is kind of unfortunate, and it's just kind of like it pulls the card in 2 different directions, which kind of sucks, but it's just another counter spell. And I need counter spells in this deck. Complete Disregard, and I don't know if this is better than what is that card called? Reeve Soul, but this is the one I have right now. I like being an instant, especially with so many counters. I really like having instant speed. The thing with instants is the more you have in the deck, the better they all become. Suppression Bonds is a nice clean way to kill something like like Ulamog, or even better yet, Planeswalkers. Just a nice, clean, get that out of here, please. Especially if they don't have access, at least at the moment, to a way to remove enchantments like most green decks run. Sorry. The 2/1. The 2/1. You know what I'm talking about. 2/1 for 3 mana. Fine, I'll look it up. Reclamation Sage. Reclamation Sage. I knew it had a name. Inspiration here. This is a very weak card. I actually don't like it very much, but I don't know. I'm trying it out. It's an instant. Normally in this slot, I like to run something more like Dark Slick Drake is kind of my go-to in this scenario. Let's just whatever. Yeah, I like Dark Slick Drake a lot in this type of thing. It blocks well, and it's great at, it'll draw you a card. Bone to Ash, I find this card pretty good. It's just, I think it's better than Inspiration overall. I don't know. I like this. You can just fire off even if they don't do anything, whereas this is only good if they're casting a creature spell. Most threats in this meta are creatures, so it's not... I mean, sometimes you get caught when they're casting, Gideon or something. You're like, well, crap. But still, it's a good thing. It's one of the few ways to really interact with something like Ulamog. Again, probably the biggest threat to this deck is just something that's really hard to interact with. Languish. Getting against aggressive decks just to shut them down. Tragic Arrogance. yeah, just another sweeper. I like having the full 4 sweepers here. Just really can get you back from a bad game or from being way behind. Angelic Edict mainly here, being able to exile things is nice, but also being able to deal with enchantments is one of the big reasons we have it in this deck. You'll notice there's no way. I mean, one of the most popular enchantments is the gosh darn it, survival of the fit. No, that's not that card. Green enchantments, evolutionary leap. And this completely shuts down this card, which is great. But yeah, this is another deal. This is a win condition, this is a win condition, and this is a win condition. These are pretty much how I plan to win the game. I want to cast one of these and beat you with them. Jace can also do it as well. But anyways, yeah, Ob just can kind of take over a game if left unchecked. He's just a giant evasive flyer that can, basically takes away the thing that they wanted to remove him with anyways. And Ulamog's just the biggest, baddest thing in the game. I actually don't really know how much I like Ulamog because 10 mana is going to be very difficult to get in this deck. But at the same time, I feel like if you're going to play control deck, the point of playing control deck is because you want the best late game. And this is the best late game, so I'm going to try it out. Yeah, I've been working on the mana base for a while, trying out different things. We'll see how this goes. Like always, I will post a link on Tapped Out to this deck. But let's see if we can get it done in a little bit, shall we? So yeah, I'm going to cut this one off here, start the gameplay video, and see how things go. Thanks for watching, guys.